Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic and a marvellous trophy on screen. Some of you will be aware that the Ryder Cup has been happening this last weekend, and we got sent this puzzle just before the weekend began. It's by one of the students of Full Deck and Missing a Few Cards, who are professors at Clemson, I believe, and they've educated many of their classes in Sudoku and variant Sudoku, and these guys are coming up with compositions now. It's brilliant. So I love this trophy. It looks like it's looking at you. Yeah, let's not dwell on the result of the Ryder Cup. You may have noted the colour of shirts I've been wearing over the weekend. I do care about it. In fact, the Solheim Cup last weekend was just as good. So anyway, we won't go into that, but we will look at this puzzle today, and looking forward to having a go at it. Lots of familiar rules there to those of you who watch our videos. Now, of course, just out, well, all sorts of things just out. Just out, the Patreon reward, Trick or Treat by the Skunk Works. That's on Patreon. Do join us on Patreon. There's always loads of extra content every month, including something for which you can win a prize on the first of the month, and that is this Trick or Treat 6x6 Sudoku pack. And just out, our Line Sudoku app as well, now on all platforms, I believe, and do check it out. It's proving popular, which is exactly what we expected, and great to know. There's all of our apps you can check out as well. Sven's SUDOKU PAD, the merchandise, and so on in the description field, where the first link though is to this puzzle, and it's by I. Fletcher, and that's obviously a new name to us on the channel. Welcome for your debut. I like the cup shape, as I said, is very good. And here are the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, so we'll be putting 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. I should add that I feel largely recovered. My voice is still a bit hoarse after the sore throat and the coughing, I think, but sorry about that. Now, digits may not repeat within cages. I think that's obvious, actually. Cages show their sums, so those 5 digits add up to 15. Cells separated by a black dot have a 1 to 2 ratio. A digit in an orange circle must be odd. Adjacent digits on a green line, this is a German Whispers line, have a difference of at least 5, so you could put 1 and 6 in there, or 1 and 9, but not 2 and 6. Along a grey thermo, digits must increase from the bulb to the tip. And a purple line, a Renban line, contains a set of consecutive digits in any order. So those are the rules. Give it a try. We're told it's kind of quite approachable, but tastes vary. Give it a try and see how you get on. I'm going to restart my clock now and say, let's get cracking. So that 15 cage is shouting its contents at us. 5 digits adding up to 15 can only be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, we cannot have a 5 on the black dot, so that is 1, 2, 3, or 4. The other digits in the row have to be selected from 6, 7, 8, and 9, obviously, and not everybody would go full pencil marking, but that's something I do sometimes, so trying that. It's not telling me anything. What about this 16 cage? No, I think it's got a lot of possibilities. So I don't know, that hasn't gone very far. Black dots. No. Okay, let's look at the green. Ah, yes, let's look at the green lines. Right, the 3 things I know about green lines, of which the second is the most important today, is that they don't contain 5s. They therefore alternate between high digits higher than 5 and low digits lower than 5. And 4 and 6 can't appear in positions where they had two neighbours that can see each other. So if you put a 4 here, both of its neighbours would have to be 9, and that wouldn't be allowed. So that's quite important, yes, because it makes these two the same polarity. I'm using polarity to mean the height or lowness of digits. So the 6, 7, 8, 9 have high polarity, 1, 2, 3, 4 have low polarity. Now, I don't know on this one, I've alternated the cells between purple and green. I want to turn them blue and orange eventually when I know that I can make blue low and orange high. Same over here, but I not only don't know whether these are blue and orange, I don't know how they relate to purple and green yet, but we will find that out, I'm sure. Now, what I have found out is this. These are from the same polarity. And that's really weird because that means they must be filled with other digits from the same polarity. And this is either a sequence that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, pardon my mistyping, or it could go 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me just take a drink. There's still a bit of, oh, I can't type at all today. What's going on? Maybe it's my keyboard. 33849. Like, that's got to be right, hasn't it? And I think this is exactly the same because, in fact, those are all purple. These are all red. And this one runs up. Now, this is probably going to tell us exactly how these shake down, but why can't I type today? It's very annoying. Okay. No, I don't think it does necessarily. This, if that's 6 and 9, this couldn't be 9, but it could be another high digit. Ah, the purple line. I don't know, is the purple line going to tell us either? I mean, obviously it can't be a 1-9 pair. But 4 could go with either 1 or 6. Ah, but, okay, maybe there was a minimum and maximum total. Right, I'm now going to share a different secret with you about the total of this box, which I know already. If you follow the channel, you may have heard this secret before. But I doubt that even your close friends will have told you, because we suggest that you don't tell any but your closest, that every row, column and box in a Sudoku adds up to 45 every time because they must contain the digits 1 to 9 and they always have the same sum. Now, okay, what I'm now going to consider when I've had another throat clearer is the total of this box. Now, the minimum for these three, 1, 2 and 3, is 6. Add that to 60. It looks like the cough had only gone until I started using my speaking voice today. Right, I'm trying to add up. The minimum here is 6, plus 16 is 22. Those must add up to, at most, 23. Now, the maximum here, 3, 4, 5, is 12, plus 16 is 18. And suddenly there's a minimum, plus 16 is 28. The minimum here is 17. I'm going to take a break. Okay, I can still remember what I was saying. The minimum here is 17. And that's important because if this was a 1, that would have to be a 4. That would be 2, 3, 5. That only adds up to 10. 10, 26. Yeah, that couldn't work. So this is not a 1. So we've worked out the polarity of red. Oh, right, okay, this cell, which is high as well, sees the other 3 highs, so that has to be a 9. Okay, if you immediately wrote, yeah, that's going to fix the polarity over here, because this must work for this. If this goes 2, 3, 4, that's a 1, that's possible. But if this goes 7, 8, 9, oh, that's never been possible. Oh, of course, these thermos are different. I was going to say, if you wrote a 1-9 pair into those cells, you did very well. But actually you won't have done that because that wouldn't be right. What is right is knowing immediately that this couldn't be a 7, 8, 9 triple, because that can't be a 6 because of the monogamous digits rule. That's really interesting. I didn't spot that at all. Anyway, this must be 1, 2, 3, 4 for that reason. Now, there is a 5 on this Renban, because 4 and 6 have to be joined together by it. So there isn't a 5 in this box. Right, now here's a lovely deduction as well. There isn't a 6 on this Renban because it's a sequence of consecutive digits, and we've already had a 6. So the 6 in the box is in the 16 cage, and that's nice because the other 2 digits in the 16 cage to go along with the 6 add up to 10. That must include 1 digit lower than 5 and 1 digit higher than 5. Now I'm interested in the 1 lower than 5 because that comes from 1, 2, 3, 4 and forms a kind of virtual quad with those digits, i.e. all the lower digits have been used up in that group of cells, and therefore these don't have any low digits in. And I think we know that they must be 5, 7, 8 therefore. Now we can take this back down by using the secret number of 45 again. 20 there plus 16 there mean these add up to 9. And these add up to 6. And actually that's really easy because I've done 1, 2, 3, 4 there. So this is a 5 and that's a 1. These are 2, 3, 4. That's 5, 7, 8. This box is now filled with 1, 6, 9. We can't have 9 on the black dot. There's no way for that to be a 4. Oh, we've got 6, 7, 8, 9 up column 3, and that's given me a quadruple in box 7, which is a surprise. I think we know this cell now. It can't be any of 6, 7, 8, 9 or 5, and there's a 1 somewhere there, so, and it's odd, so it has to be 3. Right. Okay, what else have we got? This digit we must know is a 1. Oh, 4 is next to 9 on the line, 6 is next to 1. These... some are the high digit, some are the low digit. I can actually, of course, convert the colours. I'm going to get rid of the colours because, I mean, they've done their job. Somebody did complain the other day that they don't like it when I get rid of the colours because they go the other way and colour the whole grid once we've started colouring. I don't know. It strikes me as if I started letting my OCD go that far, who knows where we'd end. Right, 2, 3, 4 and 5 are the remaining digits in this column. That can't be a 5. That's not a triple. Or I was just wondering if that was going to be a quadruple. I don't see how that will work. I really haven't used the black dots much. But there is something interesting. 1 and 9 are an X-wing there. 1 and 9 must go here. Now 1 is interesting there because now it can't go on a black dot. And one thing that means is that those 2 black dots in the central box can't contain 1, 2, 4, 8. And therefore one of them must contain 3 and 6. And the 3 will be in row 4, the 6 will be in row 5 because of that 3. Now one of them must contain a 4. And that's quite interesting too, because the 4 will go with a 2 or 8, and the 2 or 8 can't be in those cells, so that's where the 4 goes. So actually that's now a 3-4 pair. These cells are selected from 2 or 8 and definitely 6. And what does that mean? That means this is a naked 5. Naked in this case meaning it can see all the other Sudoku digits, including that 3-4 pair and 1-2 over there. The rest of the box is 2, 3, 4, 6 and 7. Ah, this can't be 6 because we know there's a 6 in one of those cells. So that's 7. This is 6. 5, 7, 8 are a triple over here. That can't be 7. That can't be 3. Don't think it's quite resolved apart from that. Let's take some impossibilities out of the bottom row. I haven't used these lines at all. Ah, this one. Right, that doesn't have a 9 there. Sorry, that's been obvious for a while. It also doesn't have a 1 there. You can't have 9 or 1 in the center of a thermo ever. So that's getting us a bit of resolution there. This can't be 5 on the thermo or 7 in the column and is 8. That can't be 3. Now, what were these going to be? Because we've had a 6, 7, 8, 9 triple. They're 1, 2, 4. In fact, we know where 1 goes. There, and then a 2, 4 pair. 7, 8, 6. I'm going to have to use this soon. I feel that. I don't know though. Okay, yeah, this digit can't be 9, 8, 7 or 6. So I'm going to put 5, 4, 3 as possibilities. I know the bulb can't be a 1, so that's 2, 3 or 4. It doesn't really get much closure on the final digit, does it? Oh, there's a 4 there. Gosh, just blind today. I'm going to blame the illness, which doesn't really make me feel ill. 4. Does that 4 do anything? No. I haven't used this black dot. Okay, that can't be a 2 now because this digit can't be 1 or 4 anymore. But it could still be a 2 here as well as 6 or 8. So I just don't think I'm narrowing down row 3 successfully at all. 5, 8, 7, 1. We've got a 3 somewhere here. I've got a 1 to put in somewhere there. Okay, maybe I do need to think about this, although I've got so little information to go on. Yeah, can I rule out 1 on this bulb, on this purple line? If 1 was on it, this would be 1, 2, 3. This could start 4, 5, something. So I can't quite rule out 1 being on that, which is a shame, because if I could, 1 would be here, I could place it there. I don't know, I feel like I ought to be able to do that, and I can't. Now, I've used everything down here. Oh, no, well, I've written the wrong digits in those cells. That's a 3, 4 pair. Ah, that gives me a 3, 4 pair in column 4, which makes that a 2. And now 1 can't be on this Renban line, because 2 would have to be on it. So 1 is up there, and we get it out of the corner and into that cell. How are we doing on 1s? That can't be a 1. We're just left with 1 X-wing remaining. Now, 2 has to be in one of those 2. Yes, that's good. Okay. And that means it's not in these cells. They're a 6, 8 pair. That becomes 5. This becomes the 2, which is now not here. And now this group is known as a 1, 5, 9 set. I can take 9 out of the first, 1 out of the last. These don't have a 5. 1, 9, 3. Okay, what about this? Doesn't have a 1 or a 2. No, what about this? Oh, that's not a 2 anymore. This is 6 or 8. No closure on that. Oh, this is weird. It's kind of really holding up the difficult bits towards the end. 1, 2. That 3, 4 pair, did that do any more damage? Not really. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. If that can't, this is 5, 6, 7 or 8 in this column. That doesn't even take 3 off the line. Can 9 be on the line? This could be 9, 8, 7. That would, okay, it would be interesting if this line is selected from the 4 highest digits, because then they'll all get used up here. But I don't know, I can't see how that's resolved. I'm missing something here. That's clear. You've probably seen it, and you may even be starting to shout it at me. Interesting. 6, 8, 2, 7. Okay, I'm going to think a bit more about 9 being on this line. If it is, that's 9, 8, 7, and that's 6. And everything else in the row is from 2, 3, 4, 5. That would give me a 2, 3, 4, 5 quad. No, I don't know. Oh, this line can't have a 3 on it. I have just worked that out, because if you put 3, 4, 5 on there, it would break that cell. So, it's either 4, 5, 6, or it includes a 7. I don't know. I'm not getting there, am I? 4, 5, 6. I'm going to pencil mark that cell finally. Been threatening to do it for ages. It's not going to do anything for me, which is why I wasn't pencil marking it before. 5. There's a 5 in one of those cells. There's a 5 in one of those two. That doesn't narrow down. Ah, yes. 5 in this row definitely has to be on the thermo. That's quite surprising. That's very interesting, because it keeps it off the Renban. Wow! That's a nice discovery. Now, the Renban can't be 3, 4, 5, because 5's here. Right. So the Renban is now from 6, 7, 8, 9, which is a surprising discovery. Not what I was expecting. But we've now got this quad of 6, 7, 8, 9. This one can't be 7 or 8, because they must be on the Renban. In fact, they must be in those positions, along with a 6 or a 9. Right, 6, 7, 8, 9. So everything else in this row is 2, 3, 4, or 5. Let's just be a little cautious with the pencil marking. But that is giving me a 2, 3, 4, 5 quad here. These are from 6, 7, 8, and definitely include a 7. The 7 in row 3 is there. That's an X-wing with 7s there. So the 7 in column 3 now has to be down here. That's really clever, by the way. Good work, I. Fletcher. 7, 9, 6, 1, 3. So there's an 8 in one of these two cells. In this row, that's right. And therefore there's no 8 in these. We're getting very narrowed down in the bottom row, but not quite enough to put any digit in as far as I can see. We've got a 6-9 pair in that column, thanks to the careful thermo work we did. That's going to help. Right, 8 there, 7-6 pair in the corner. That becomes an 8, and the black dot tells us 4 on the green line. Now, 8, 4, 9, 2, 1. That is 7 or 6. I sort of have a bet with myself it's going to end up being a 6. 4 and 8 are impossible. Hasn't quite nailed that thermo. 4 must be in one of these two cells. Not interesting. Yeah, we're really not done yet. 4 is in one of those two as well. Also not actually very helpful. Right, let's think about this. No. Some of these, 5, 6, 7's up here. 5, 6, 7, 8 quad up column 6. Lovely. So that's a 9. And this is 3 or 4 at the top. Okay, still didn't get anything fully done. That 9, did that? That makes one of these two a 9, but it doesn't have to be on the Renban. Oh, bother. Can that be 3? Yes. Yes. I suspect it isn't. But, oh, 6, 7 pair there. So 8 in the column is determined. How bizarre. Okay, that's 8. This is 2, 3, or 5, I think I discovered. It can't be 5 because of the 5, 7 pair here. So the 5 in the column is discovered as well. That's going to get job done. 2, 3 there. 4, 5 at the bottom. That's now sorted out 2 and 4. I think I can place 4 in box 1. Yes, because 4 has to be in those cells. That is 4 in box 1 now. That's a 2 to finish the row. This is 6 or 9 by... For some reason my brain wanted to say by spaghetti, but I mean by Sudoku. Now, we're close to being able to do everything. That 9, doesn't that... No, that's a 6, 7, 8 triple. This is a 5 in the column. 5, 4, 1, 8. Everything I think is going to finish the puzzle doesn't, which serves me right. Probably hubristic. Right, if that is 6 or 7, you can't have both of them here. Not of any moment. It must be straightforward now. It really must. Why can't I see how to finish it? That 3, 4 pair that I haven't looked at in a while. 2, 9. No. 1, 5, 7, 8, 6. Yes, this is a weird naked single. It sees a 3, 4 pair in its column as well as 9 and 2. It sees a 6, 7 pair in its row, as well as 5 and 8. Well done if you spotted that before me. So that's a 1. That's going to sort out 1 and 5. That's going to sort out 7 and 5. Surely I'm going to get the black dots in the middle in a moment. That's now 5. This one can't be, must be higher than 5. It's 6 or 7. But there's a 7 pair there. Ah, how did I not see that ages ago? Right. So this is 3 or 4 at the top. That makes this a 2 because of the pair here. Now we get 9 in the corner. 6, 7. Oh, it wasn't a 6 there. My bet with myself was lost, but luckily to myself, so I pay myself out and end up even. 8 there. Still not getting those black dots in the middle fixed, as I keep expecting. Everything else is done. And that 7 is looking at 8 and 7. That does the black dots. 6, 3 that side. 4, 8 the other side. 3, 4, 3, 4. There we go. 26 minutes. I have a feeling you could do that a lot quicker if you were feeling healthier and acting smarter. But thank you for following along with me. And I hope you enjoyed the puzzle. That's clever. And congratulations to the winners of the Ryder Cup and etc. We'll see you again soon for more Sudoku, and bye for now.